Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're heading, virtually speaking, to the KwaZulu-Natal north coast of South Africa. We're looking into Seaton Estate.
That's right. It's this place that seems to be really trying to blend high-end living with, well, serious nature conservation.
Yeah, picture it. Lovely homes nestled right into these protected landscapes. You've got the ocean nearby and this whole culture of being active outdoors.
Mm-hmm. The materials we've looked at suggest it's quite a deliberate approach.
Exactly. So our mission for this deep dive is to figure out what makes Seaton Estate tick. How are they managing this mix of nature and, well, modern life?
And it seems to go beyond just having nice views. It's about weaving nature into the fabric of daily life for the resident.
Okay, let's really dig into this seamless blend. The info mentions over 26 kilometers of trails for running, biking, hiking.
That's a pretty extensive network.
It really is. So what does that actually mean for someone living there, beyond just, having a place to run?
Well, I think it fosters a much deeper connection, doesn't it? It's not just exercise. It becomes part of your daily rhythm.
Like how?
Like maybe starting your day with a run through the coastal forest or taking the kids for a bike ride after school. It makes nature incredibly accessible, almost spontaneous.
And presumably builds a bit of community. People using the trails together.
That too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shared interests, shared spaces. It likely draws people who value that outdoor lifestyle.
And it's not just for serious athletes, right?
Yeah.
The material says it caters to different fitness levels.
Yes, that inclusivity seems key. It means pretty much everyone can engage with the natural surroundings, whether you're, training hard or just want a gentle walk.
So it broadens the appeal, makes it feel more like a community resource.
Precisely. It breaks down barriers, making those well-being benefits of nature available to all residents, not just the super fit ones.
Okay, now let's shift a bit. There are also these immersive forest boardwalks, over 60 hectares of protected forest accessible this way.
Right. This sounds like maybe a calmer way to connect, different from the energy of the trails.
That's what I was thinking. What's the unique experience here?
Well, if the trails are about active movement through nature, the boardwalks seem more about passive immersion within it. You can probably go slower, observe more.
So activities like bird watching are just being quiet.
Exactly. Bird watching, maybe doing some yoga, as the source mentions, or just a peaceful family stroll. It's about soaking it in rather than powering through.
Yeah, the idea of doing yoga on a boardwalk in the forest,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds incredibly calming. The source mentions a therapeutic effect.
And there's science to back that up, Being in nature, especially like that, can genuinely lower stress, improve your mood.
Uh-huh.
It's about creating an environment that inherently supports mental and emotional well-being just by being there.
So it's a built-in wellness feature, almost.
You could say that, yes. Very much so.
Okay, and then there's the ocean. Direct access to Christmas Bay Beach, 2 kilometers of it.
Mm-hmm. Reachable by a short walk or bike ride. They mention bridle paths.
Bridle paths.
Yeah.
What does that usually mean in this kind of development?
Yeah.
Scenic trails.
Typically, yeah. Paths suitable for walking, cycling, maybe even horses originally, though here the focus seems pedestrian and bike access to the beach.
And having that direct beach access, 2 whole kilometers,
Yeah.
what does that add to the lifestyle?
It just dramatically expands the recreational options, doesn't it? You
Yeah.
step from the forest or the trails almost straight onto the sand.
So you could surf, fish, snorkel, or just chill out by the water.
Exactly. It connects the inland nature experience directly with the coastal one, a really diverse offering right on your doorstep.
It sounds like you could have a really varied day outdoors without ever getting in a car.
That seems to be the idea. Seamless transitions between different natural environments. And the source emphasizes it's year-round, the Durban coastline.
Right, so it's not just a summer thing. The beach is always there, always accessible.
Which makes the coast a constant part of life, influencing the rhythm of the place throughout the year. Winter walks, summer swims. It's always part of the picture.
Now, all this nature integration seems underpinned by a real focus on sustainability. The text mentions wetland rehabilitation, creating wildlife sanctuaries.
Yes, and that's significant. It suggests they're not just preserving what's there, but actively improving the ecosystem.
What's the importance of rehabilitating wetlands specifically?
Oh, wetlands are crucial. They act like natural filters. They're vital habitats for wildlife. They help with flood control. Restoring them is a major environmental positive.
So it's good for the planet, obviously, but how does it benefit the residents directly, beyond just knowing it's happening?
Well, it creates a richer, more biodiverse environment for them to live in, and the source mentions picnic areas within these rehabilitated wetlands.
Ah, okay, so they're encouraging people to actually go into these spaces.
Exactly. It allows residents to connect directly with the results of the sustainability efforts. It makes it tangible, part of their lived experience, not just an abstract concept, fosters that connection.
It really paints a picture of why they describe Seaton Estate as ideal for families. It's more than just having a garden, isn't it?
Much more. For families, it offers just countless opportunities for kids to grow up active, connected to nature, learning about the environment firsthand.
Shared experiences outdoors.
Right. Building those healthy habits and maybe a lifelong appreciation for the natural world.
But crucially, it's not isolated. The practical side is covered too: proximity to schools, hospitals like Netcare Alberlito, shopping centers.
That's absolutely vital. You get the nature, the peace, but you don't sacrifice convenience. You're not choosing one over the other.
It seems to strike that balance that many families are looking for.
It appears so. The best of both worlds, as they say.
The materials also talk about the community and lifestyle. How do all these natural amenities actually help build a community?
Well, these shared spaces, the trails, the beach, the boardwalks, they become natural meeting points. You bump into neighbors, maybe join an impromptu walk, or attend organized events in these settings.
So the environment itself fosters connection.
I think so, yes. And the focus on an active outdoor lifestyle probably attracts people with similar values, which further strengthens those community bonds. It's a lifestyle choice that brings people together.
It sounds like the estate is almost designed to encourage you to be active and outdoors.
The infrastructure certainly supports it. It makes it easy, appealing even, to incorporate that into your daily life.
Okay, let's look towards the future then. Investment potential. The KZN North Coast is booming, described as a property hotspot. How does Seaton fit in?
Well, in a growing market, a development with such a unique selling proposition, this blend of luxury, nature, sustainability tends to stand out.
So its distinct features make it attractive.
Exactly. Demand is rising for properties that offer this kind of quality of life, that connection to the outdoors. Seaton seems positioned right in the sweet spot of that trend.
It's not just buying a house, it's buying into that whole lifestyle package.
Precisely. And the suggestion is that this package, the beach access, the extensive trails, the eco-focus offers unparalleled value, which implies strong potential for long-term investment growth.
So wrapping this up, the call to live the Seaton lifestyle.
Yeah.
It really boils down to this integration, doesn't it? Luxury living, but grounded in nature. An active life made easy. Community built through shared spaces.
That seems to be the core message. It's designed for families, maybe investors, certainly anyone seeking that blend of peace, convenience, and deep immersion in the natural beauty of the North Coast.
The trails, the beach, the sustainability, they're not just add-ons. They seem fundamental to the whole concept.
They are presented as the cornerstones, yes. What makes it different?
So as we finish this deep dive, it really seems Seaton Estate's major draw is how successfully it appears to have merged this beautiful natural setting with, all the conveniences you need. It sounds quite special.
It certainly presents a compelling model for how development can work with nature, not against it, creating something potentially quite unique and desirable.
It's been a really interesting look. Now, for you listening, think about your own priorities. How important is having nature and a sense of community woven into where you live? What parts of the Seaton Estate picture, maybe the trails, the beach, the eco-focus, really strike a chord with you when you imagine your own ideal place? Definitely some food for thought. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.